Alright lads, so in less than 12 hours time, we are going to be getting the end of year Bankai live stream, revealing the future updates coming to Brave Souls, but most importantly, the big thing that we all want to see, the new upcoming end of year characters. And since we are only 12 hours away, I do want to make this video a discussion video talking about what I expect to see in the upcoming end of year live stream in regards to the new characters on who it might possibly be. Now, before we do talk about that, there are a few things we need to quickly discuss. One, I am currently recording this at the start of December, and I plan to schedule this video 12 hours before a live stream does happen. So for you lads watching it right now, by the time I upload it, the Bankai live is in 12 hours, but for me, it's like 25 plus days away. I'm also recording it super early because I'm fairly confident on what I expect to see for this upcoming end of the year, because I really truly believe it can only be one type of banner. And also at the same time, I do want to potentially avoid any spoilers. Every now and then, we always get random leaks or rumors that spread around Discord and Reddit. And at least as of right now, while I'm recording this video, I haven't seen anything. And for all I know, by the time I actually upload this video, I might know what the banner is if spoilers or leaks did get out there. Hopefully it didn't, but what this also does mean too is that one, I have no idea what the upcoming mid-month is. You'll see here that mid-month hasn't even been released yet. And also because we do know we are getting a Guild Quest update this month, by the time I upload this, I would have assumed it would have been out. That potentially does mean any skills or data mines that happened regarding the end of year banner, I can't talk about in this video because it hasn't happened for me just yet. But if we did get any skills or data mines, I'd likely would have spoke about it in a previous video. So with that said, let's talk about what we can potentially expect to a certain extent for this end of year in regards to the characters. So to no one's surprise, end of year is going to be 1000 Year Blood War, right? Ever since season 3 of the 1000 Year Blood War anime did start, we have been getting 1000 Year Blood War every 2 weeks. And even in some cases, like our most recent Christmas banner, a banner that had no right to be called 1000 Year Blood War ended up being another 1000 Year Blood War banner. The popular opinion is that mid-month is going to be Christmas Sturmritters. Hopefully that was the case, by the way. And that being 1000 Year Blood War is understandable because it's Quincy characters. But these 3 characters that aren't originally from 1000 Year Blood War, you know, it was dumb for them to be even considered 1000 Year Blood War in the first place. However, since we've been getting 1000 Year Blood War every 2 weeks, to no one's surprise, end of year is also going to be a 1000 Year Blood War banner. They aren't doing Safwi characters, Spirits Arthur with you. They aren't doing Calm for Your World. I highly doubt they're going to do an original character. The hype and the focus for Brave Souls right now is on 1000 Year Blood War, and you know they're going to come through with some big name characters for the end of the year. And with that in mind, what big name characters can we expect to see on this upcoming end of year banner revealed in the upcoming Bankai live? And I think the best way to talk about this is to break it down in each season. Season 1, 2, and 3. And list off the possibilities. So first up, let's talk about season 3. Now, truthfully, I think we have a very small chance, almost impossible, that we will be getting a season 3 character or banner for the upcoming end of the year. And the ultimate reason, long story short, is that KLab plan characters 6 months in advance. We've known this for years. It was told by an ex-KLab employee, and we also have examples of the 1000 Year Blood War characters. This Ichigo, Chad, and Uri was our very first 1000 Year Blood War anime banner, and this released before the episodes even aired. And with that in mind, the characters themselves, more so their sword animation, was not really referencing the anime one-to-one like the other anime characters do. Instead, they were using the manga chapters and panels as their reference material, just at the same time using the anime color scheme. And that's the reason why they were able to get these characters out before the episodes even aired. And if you were playing the game during 1000 Year Blood War Season 1, this banner kind of set up the wrong expectation that every following month would be 1000 Year Blood War, and we didn't get 1000 Year Blood War for the next 9 months. Because again, it took us like 6 months, in this case 7 more so, after Season 1 ended before we started to get Season 1 characters during the 8th anniversary. Likewise for Season 2, right? That ended in like September, and then we ended up getting Season 2 characters officially 6 months later with Sangdu and also Toshiro. You can tell they were the first Season 2 characters because they were the characters, and every character after that did have the red backgrounds. That's something, for example, these early Season 2 characters did lack the Ichibei banner and also Ichigo and Yuha, and Ichigo is a prime example where these characters released earlier in that 6-month period. They only released like 2 to 3 months after Season 2 ended, and the reason because is that Caleb were making these characters, planning them before their scenes were even animated or shown online. And that's why Ichigo's Sword in particular, it's not really one-to-one with the anime, it's more so one-to-one with the manga, and there's also not even a red background. And it's my opinion that I really don't like that they did Season 2 characters super early. I kind of prefer them just to focus on Season 1, then when the timing is right, go to Season 2, and likewise now, when the timing is right, go to Season 3. We still have a bunch of Season 2 characters left to offer. I don't think we need to jump into Season 3, but instead what we should expect is Season 3 characters to release around July next year during the 10th anniversary. Kind of like how we saw Season 1 characters start during the 8th anniversary because the anime ended in December, and then the characters Season 1 in particular started in July. So earliest I would say expect Season 3 characters around June, July time. Most likely July, since June has to be swimsuits. So it's too early for Season 3, now let's talk about Season 2 characters, which to be honest has been the whole focus over the last couple of so months. Like I said, we started Season 2 characters early this year with Sangdu and also Toshiro. We took a small little break going back to Season 1 in April, and ever since then, we've just been getting nothing but Season 2, especially again the last 3 or so months. What this does mean is that most of the Season 2 characters are done, to be fair. There's not that many characters left from Season 2 that we haven't gotten. There's a few characters that stand out, Esnot's Volstagig, the Bambis in their Volstagig forms too, and some other Sternritters like, Pepe, Nanana, for example. And then I guess to a certain extent the Elite Squad from their fight with the Squad Zero characters. And I was saying since last year, right, there's one character that was always a big contender for an end of year banner, and that character was Bankai Senjumaru. And Senjumaru as a headliner for an end of year banner seemed likely, especially with the fact that we gotten most of the popular characters out of the way before this upcoming end of the year. The 9th anniversary, more so part 1, did focus on Kenpachi and also Grammy, quite the controversial choice, but even then in hindsight it does make sense why they did go with those two characters. Out of the entirety of Season 2 characters that you could have done, Kenpachi and Grammy up there in my opinion with Ruki and Esnot. I would have preferred Ruki and Esnot, but both would have worked as part 1 anniversary. And truth be told, they were the only two characters or banners that could have worked as a part 1 if they were going to give us canon characters for Thousand Year Blood War. After we saw that Rukia wasn't in part 1 or part 2 of the anniversary, a lot of us were expecting her to be end of year, and that didn't happen because instead we got her for the Season 3 celebration with Byakuya and also Renji. And what this does mean, unfortunately, to me, in my opinion, is that all the hype characters that would have easily worked as an end of year have kind of been done. Like I mentioned, Bankai Senjumaru definitely is a contender, but my problem with the idea of a Bankai Senjumaru for end of year is who do you release alongside her? As far as Soribas do go, I mean, we are missing Bankai Rose, and we are missing Mayuri, who was briefly teased in, the Christmas Nemu character. And this as a banner would be exciting. I'm hyped for all 3 characters individually. Together though, while that in my opinion would make a very exciting end of month banner, for end of year, I feel like it's just missing something. And I guess that something would be an additional second, super popular, hype, big, story important character. Senjumaru, super popular. Bankai is very exciting, and it's also a big moment in Season 2 with Squad Zero versus the Elite Squads. Rose isn't the most popular character, but I know a lot of people, again myself included, do want to see his Bankai in-game. And now Mayuri is a super popular character, but again, story importance, none of these characters do anything super big that would warrant an end-of-year character. More so, it would warrant them being good end-of-month units, if anything. So a banner like this, in my opinion, would be missing a second additional super hype, story important, crazy moment character, and that's why I'm kind of leaning against this banner even happening for end of year. Hypothetically though, what if Caleb want to go down the route and not do Soripers, but they still want to do Bankai Senjumaru because again, it just makes sense? Well, in that case, I guess the 2 additional characters that can come alongside her would be some Elite Squad Sternritters. In this case, you can pick from any of the 4, Lige, Panida, Arskin, or Gerard. I think all 4 of these characters have done enough to warrant a character from Season 2 before they get their big moments from Season 3 and also Season 4. And design-wise too, they will look different from whenever we do get them from Season 3 and Season 4. I think one of the cooler moments from the end of Season 2 is that we do see all the Elite Squad members fight against Squad Zero, and after the Australian, they do actually activate their Quincy wings in their base form, and I think it looks really cool. But again, the problem with a banner like this, similar to the Soribas that we just mentioned, is that it's really only Bankai Senjumaru. It's missing that second super hype, story important character. While a lot of people would be excited for a character like Gerard, Arskin, Panida, and Lige, it's not their big, massive fight from Core 3 and 4. If it was, then obviously it would make sense for them to be in an end-of-year banner as that super broken SP unit. While on the topic of Quincy's though, another character I do want to talk about is Esnot, and he kind of fits the same bill, maybe I'm biased towards him, as Bankai Senjumaru. I think he's a super hype character. I think he can be in an end-of-year banner, and in a way, he could carry an end-of-year banner. But again, similar to Senjumaru, not by himself. He needs that second additional character, and that character easily could have been Bankai Rukia, but we've already gotten her. So my biggest problem right now when trying to decide on what character we could get for Season 2, as far as end-of-year banners do go, every possibility I think about, I just don't think the banner will be hype enough. And that's mainly due to the fact that most of the big Season 2 characters have been done. Mask, Renji, Rukia, Kenpachi, Gremmy, Byakuya, for example. So even though we have been getting nothing but Season 2 characters, I feel like maybe it's finally time for us to go back to Season 1, 1000-Year Blood War. And I've been calling for this for a very long time. In fact, my prediction for this end of year is very similar to what I was expecting last year. And that includes one character that I've been looking forward to, a new Bankai Yamamoto. Now, every time I do mention that we need a new Bankai Yama, I always get the following comments: we already got one. We already got one. No, we don't. No, we don't. This character right here is a manga character. We're talking about anime 1000-Year Blood War characters. And with that, I expect every character from the manga, every past manga character, to be remade in anime visuals. As great as this Yama was, he held down Brave Souls for years. He's still a pretty good character to this day. We need a new broken SP Yamamoto with the anime visuals that is hopefully on par with 9th Anniversary Kenpachi and also Gremmy. And Yamamoto as a character can definitely carry an end-of-year banner, not by himself, but we'll talk about the other character in a minute, because it's Yamamoto. I mean, Yama is a popular character nonetheless, but his Bankai version is definitely loved in the entire Bleach community, and even at K-Lab. We've gotten 4 Bankai Yamas in-game, 1000-Year Blood War versions in particular, and Yamamoto has been like a Part 2 anniversary character for like 4 of the 9 years. So Yama is a big named character, and what I want to see with this new anime version of Yamamoto, if we do get it, is of course be a Yamamoto that is using all directions, north, east, south, and west. But more specifically, I want it to be a remake of this one technically, where the body itself is going to be on fire, because visually, especially when it comes to character modeling, has gotten a lot better over the last couple of so years. And I really want to see this character be replicated again, and see how it looks now with updated visuals. More specifically though, the Soul Bomb Tenchi Kaijin. I've been gassing it up again since we saw it in episode 6 of 1000-Year Blood War. We need to see Tenchi Kaijin animated in Brave Souls, referencing how the anime did do it, because the episode 6 of 1000-Year Blood War, the Bankai Yamamoto fight, was too beautifully animated not to be represented in-game. And that manga character that we did get like 2 years ago just doesn't do it justice. So yes, we have gotten 4 Bankai Yamamotos, but we haven't gotten a Bankai anime version of Yamamoto, and I feel like maybe the timing is right to do him right now for the end of year, considering that there's no one from Core 3 that we can get this early, and Core 2, there's not that many big named characters that can really sell an end of year banner in my opinion. Now, hopefully, Yamamoto isn't going to carry the banner by himself, because what I also want to see for this end-of-year banner, again, what I was calling for last year, this prediction might seem a tad bit repetitive, but it really does feel like the timing is right, because I do want to see a new full-bring Bankai Ichigo. This character in particular changed Brave Souls, for the better in my opinion. He was the first character with Frenzy +1 and absolutely crazy strong attacks. And to this day, this character has never been remade, and it's quite surprising. I really would have thought we would have gotten a Bankai Ichigo in his full-ring outfit with the 1000-Year Blood War color scheme a lot earlier by now. Like, I really would have thought it would have been last year's end-of-year banner, or maybe even before that. The character at this point, whether it's a 1000-Year Blood War version or a full-bring version, deserves a remake. It's been long enough. But considering the fact that this form of Ichigo in 1000-Year Blood War does have some notable moments, save Soul Society, his fight with Yuha, his fight with Kyogei, and the fact that he does have a new color scheme, instead of black and red aura, it's now black and white. We haven't seen that in game just yet, and I really want to see that in Brave Souls. I'm really not sure what they can make the character Soul Bomb, but I would really love to see this as the Soul Bomb. It'd be absolutely beautiful if they can actually replicate that. Now again, like I did say, this was my prediction for last year. And last year it was a tad bit different because I was expecting him to be the Brave Battle unit. At the time, we did get the persistent skill data mines. And I was thinking maybe that's going to be in play with the fact that he does activate Bloodvein during the fight with Yuha. That obviously didn't happen, but we ended up getting Ichigo and Yuha, like I called. But I wasn't expecting Season 2. I was expecting Season 1. And you know what? It might be weird now that we are knee-deep into Season 2, about to start Season 3 characters next year, and we're going back to Season 1. But we did see that early this year with Ishin and also Misaki. And for all we know, by the time we get into Season 3 characters next year, every now and then we might go back to a Season 1 banner, get the Tres Bestia, go back to Season 2, get the character we missed out on. We don't have to solely focus on the new upcoming core. And in the case for Ichigo, it's Ichigo. He's a popular character, and he's also a character that isn't going to get a 1000-Year Blood War character for quite some time. And I've been saying this for a while now, right? And that's why I wasn't really that surprised that we started to see a lot of Ichigo remakes this year. We had Vizard, we had Mugetsu, and potentially now we're going to see Fullbring Bankai, because we already got Season 2 Ichigo last year. And Season 3 Ichigo, while he does have some new fights against Yhwach and also Uryu, he does actually use Getsugu Jujisho more than once. He doesn't look visually any different than the character we just got last year. So because of that, that means we're not really going to get a new 1000 Blood War Ichigo till like Core 4, which is like 2026. Maybe late 2026 by the time we do get them in Brave Souls. And we can't go 2 years without a new 1000 Blood War Ichigo, right? So what we are going to potentially get is a remake of this character. That's likely why they skipped over him, to do him when the timing is right. And that's why we're also likely going to start seeing more remakes of Ichigo, like Full Hollow, and hopefully 5th Anniversary Ichigo remake sometime next year. Because otherwise, we aren't going to get any broken Ichigos. Because again, he hasn't done anything in the new season to maybe warrant a new character. At least one that would look visually different to the true Shikai Ichigo that we got last year. This one though, it is Fullbring Bankai, he would look different. Black and white aura. Use the Getsuga tension that he does against the Hollows, or make his Sobom save Soul Society. There's a lot of really cool things you can do with this character. And out of all the combination that we could get, possibilities, Season 1 and Season 2, the most hype thing they can do is a Bankai Yama and a Bankai Ichigo, a character they skipped over that I've been calling for a while now to happen when the timing is right. And I really do believe the timing is right. And then for our third and final character, we have the Brave Battle Unit. And a character that I want to see here is a new Kyuuge. More specifically though, the Iron Absorbed Kyuuge. Again, once more, it's a character they skipped over. To be fair, the Iron Absorbed Kyuuge doesn't really do much, but I feel like it's a new form. It's Kyuuge. He's not like the most popular character, but popular enough to get a new character in my opinion. And I feel like it would just make sense to be the third character in this banner. It wouldn't be too random, and he would also work as the Brave Battle Unit. But what I would expect this character to be a speed Brave Battle Unit that maybe blocks speed characters from debuffs and buffs. And maybe this character itself could be a boost character. There's not that many broken Brave Battle units in the game that have Stamina to Killer, so this character would stand out to a certain extent, maybe only be beaten by a character like Sajin. I don't know. But I think Iron Absorbed Kyuuge would be the perfect third character because one, they do fight against Ichigo, so it would make sense for him to be in the banner. We already have a pretty good and really cool Kyuuge unit as an SP character, so making his other character a Brave Battle unit wouldn't be that upsetting. You know, anytime a character ends up being a Brave Battle unit, it comes with disappointment, especially if it's a really cool form or their best form, or their first character in game. For the sake of Kyuuge, I would say this is his main form, and that's the one you want to be an SP character, while the other one, the one that maybe looks to be more built for Brave Battles, can be the Brave Battle character. And I feel like it would make more sense to do someone like Kyuuge instead of someone like Yhwach, for example, because Yuha, again, my prediction last year, right? You know, Yuha does fight against Yamamoto. He does fight against Ichigo. A Yama, Yuha, Ichigo banner would make perfect sense. My problem with that, though, is again similar to True Shikai Ichigo in Season 3, he hasn't done anything to warrant a new character. In this case, despite this one being a technical Season 2 character from the fight with Ichibei, that's what his Sobom is based off of. The character's strong attacks are from Season 1. So if we were to get a new Yhwach, he would look the exact same as this character here, and I don't think this character needs to get a new one just yet. Plus, at the same time, remember, one of them has to be a Brave Battle unit. I don't want another Brave Battle Yama. I don't want another Brave Battle Yuha, and I don't think now Ichigo should be a Brave Battle unit, albeit I did think he was suitable for a Brave Battle character last year. So instead of making Yhwach another Brave Battle unit, or just making a character that doesn't need to be made at this point, in my opinion, instead the better route would definitely be Kyuuge as the third character, and I think that'd be pretty cool, further pushing a potential stun rate meta in the Brave Battle game mode. Or at the same time, I guess if they really want to, they could do Driscoll. He'd be a weird third character though. At least Kyuuge has more popularity, so he would be more hype as an end of year character, even though he's only potentially a Brave Battle unit. But yeah, with that said, lads, that was the video for today, going over my prediction for the upcoming end of year Bankai live stream. I'm super excited for it. Hopefully that's R2. Again, for you lads, the live stream will be in less than 12 hours time. For me, it's like 20 days away. Nonetheless, I'm looking forward to it. Feel free to join our live stream as we watch the Bankai live together and witness the new upcoming end of year characters. Hope you lads enjoyed the video. See you lads next time. Take care and peace.